Hey dudes, it's Marty from Needlebutt Farms, and today we're going to talk about the best smoker fuels. As you can see, I had to venture really far from the house to find my leaves. So these are going to be post oak leaves. I don't know if they're the best, I don't know if they're the worst, but that's what they are. Gotta make sure while you're doing these videos that you get Sarge some stick throws in. Nice catch, buddy. When going to gather supplies in the woods, it's important to always have a friend, but also to wear the proper equipment. So I've got my tactical orthopedic flip-flops today. All right, so we've made it out to the very back out here. As you can see, I've got a lot of longleaf pines. So the great thing about pine needles is they're free. All right, dudes, so it's time to perpetuate the debate on what kind of fuel is the best fuel for your smoker. So I've got some leaves, I've got some pine needles, I've got some burlap, I've got some various flavors of smoke pellets. I've also got some cardboard here. What we're gonna do is we're going to test the intensity of the smoke, the intensity of the heat, and we're also going to time it and see what will burn the longest. So what I'm going to try and do is cram everything up to the brim, which is what I don't normally do, but it'll give us a better burn time and it'll let us kind of gauge everything a little bit better. And I've got this thermometer because my first year of beekeeping, I used a bunch of wood chips and I didn't know it was an issue until I caught my beehive on fire. So we're going to test the temperature today. I don't think any of these are gonna get hot enough to catch a beehive on fire, but I definitely just trogdoored the inside of one of my beehives one year with some wood chips. So don't do that. All right, let's get it going. So the first one we're gonna use is pine needles. And what better starter to use than Pokemon cards? I mean, if we were in Tennessee, we would use books or something, but we're not in Tennessee, so here we're just gonna burn Pokemon cards. Boop. Pokemon, they're not very flammable. Pokemon. Ooh. Yeah, these aren't flammable at all. Heck yeah. Well. There we go. Hey dudes, so there's quite a bit going on right out the gate. So I have these 5 things and I tried to cram them all into the same screen because all together there's about 2.5 hours of video footage. So if I can smash them all together and play them all simultaneously and speed up the time times 10, makes it a much more pleasant viewing experience. So some of the stats for this are kind of arbitrary because there is no real gauge, but I did go through and I tried to get everything crammed up to the rim and go ahead and light it, and I only ever messed with it if I saw that the flame had gone out, and so I used my propane and propane accessories and just relit it and got it going again. So I would do that. I also took a temperature of the smoke coming out of the nozzle. I tried not to get the metal, and I think that thermometer did a good job. And I also timed everything, and I just pit them against each other, and here's what I got. So with the pine needles, the first one I did, I had to restart it 3 times. The smoke heat was about 114 degrees, and the burn time was 23 minutes and 15 seconds. The smoke intensity, I gave it about a 6 out of 10 on my arbitrary scale. The leaves, I had to restart those 4 times. The smoke heat for that was 91 degrees, and the burn time was about 23 minutes and 20 seconds with an intensity of, I'd say, about 2 out of 10. And then the cardboard was kind of surprising. I didn't have to restart it at all, and its smoke heat was the lowest at 69. Nice. So the burn time for that was about 10 minutes and 53 seconds, and I gave that intensity a 2 out of 10 as well. And then the next one that I did, that was burlap, and I had to restart that one 3 times. The smoke heat on that one was pretty high. It was at 229 with a burn time of 16 minutes and 30 seconds. And the smoke intensity, I gave that a 6 out of 10 between the fireballs. So you couldn't really see it too well in the video, but I was having a real issue with the burlap just shooting straight flames out of the front instead of smoke. So that was a bummer because that's the burlap. Burlap is normally what I use for my own smoker when I'm working with my bees, but after this little test, I think I might switch it to one of the freer options because I do still have to pay for burlap even though it's super cheap. And then the last one I did, that was the smoke pellets. I had to restart that one 0 times, and the smoke heat was at 153. The burn time was 48 minutes, but that was only because my camera died. So it actually went for about 30 minutes to about an hour after that. And you can watch the video and see that at a point I had to air out my garage because the smoke was so intense and so efficient. No one in my house could breathe. So that was really fun. So I got that all cleaned up and everything was fine. But it was very intense. I would say that smoke intensity was about a Snoop Dogg at the Super Bowl intensity. That's where I would put that intensity at. So anyways, that's where I statted this out at the end of the video. You can look at it again, and also you can just enjoy this this video as just your springtime Yule log with this sweet banjo music. Anyways, thank you guys for checking it out. I'll talk to y'all later.